All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We're the real brothers, the real Hebrews that come out week in, week out to prophesy the downfall, this wicked ass kingdom called America, to teach you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that the sign shows though that you guys are the true biblical nationality of the Israelites though. But first and foremost, we want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Kakadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone. So with that, we want to say shalom.
Shalom.
The brother Marakab.
I'm the brother Amawan.
And today, topic we want to speak about is being brought back to remembrance. So because, hey, we were the lost sheep though, man. So now we're being. Can you get that? The one that's is a Matthew 10:5 when it talks about he's gone forward for the lost sheep of Israel. Yeah, can you get that precept, Babu Grisha? Because so the topic is being brought back to remembrance because the thing is though is that there's many scriptures that talks about us though losing our nationality though. You know what I'm saying though? And the curses though, it says that we will be called bywords though, man. You know? And look at this sign right here, that's why we got this sign out here though. You know what I'm saying though? To show your true identity though. That's why when we open up though, we see the true biblical Israelites though that the Bible speaks of. So you know what I mean? Because look at Judah, so-called Negroes, that's a byword. West Indies, tribe of Benjamin, that's a byword, West Indies. And it goes so far down though. So the thing about it though is all these people right here think that they're just so-called Mexicans, Guatemalans, and that's it. And yesterday I had a patient though, and he was telling me, because he's from Oaxaca, so Oaxaca is like the more down south of Mexico, and he said there's like 18 dialect languages down there, the indigenous though. So I was like, God damn, I said 18? He's like, yeah, because Oaxaca is a state in Mexico, you know how we're over here in California. Well, over there, Oaxaca it's a pretty big state though, and over there, they say he told me that they got 18 dialect languages out there, and the indigenous though, man. So it's like they call themselves Oaxacans, right? But it's like before that, you guys were something else though, man. You going back to the Aztecs and things like that though. So the thing of the matter is, it sucks though, not knowing your true identity. You dying though. But the fact of the matter is, your lineage though, not even knowing, going back to what you really were though. You know what I mean? Or what you really are, I mean though. So, would you ever find that?
Yeah, this Matthew 10:5. Matthew 10:5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
Because the history though behind that though is that, remember, the northern kingdom got taken away by the Assyrians though, and they put in the heathen in there, So it's talking about the heathen that would dwell within that land though, because you might think that, oh, see, no, it's the fact of the matter is the history behind it though, because like I said though, the northern kingdom, the majority of them got taken away from the land though. If you look in the book of the Second Kings though, the 17th chapter, you'll read in that history though. So the Samaritans right there, it's talking about those fucking Gentiles, man, those heathen though,
Yeah. And it said, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
See? So the Israelites though, we dwelled in those lands too though, man. There was a little portions of Israelites still in the land too. Don't get me wrong though. But hey, it said the lost sheep though. So why was it so specific though? Why didn't it say go into the houses of the Gentiles in the land of Samaria?
Why did it say go to the lost sheep of Samaria? Yeah.
Yeah, right. But it said the lost sheep. But it said the lost sheep of Israel, right? See?
House of Israel.
And in the book of Acts though, you know, a lot of, you know, people from then, you know, going around, you know, Apostle Paul and everything. A lot of our people from back then, they didn't even know either they were Israelites though, man. They remember that the Greeks took over, man. A lot of our people were Hellenized though, man. You know, a lot of people were Hellenized though. You know, so even at the time of the book of Acts though, our people didn't even know they were Israelites though, man. They got accustomed to the heathen, the ways and things like that, man. You know what I'm saying though? So the importance of Apostle Paul, you know, going around, you know, those traveling though, and doing all, you know, the work though. You know what I'm saying? Because even what was in the book of Acts, the 17th chapter, it talk about the those Israelites though, is it in Athens or where were they at though? They're to the unknown God. They were they just had a what was it though? They said to the unknown God. See those I think it was like Mount Mars or something like that though. So anyways, they were up there. They knew there was a power though, but they didn't know who he was though. You know what I'm saying though? So in the scriptures it talks about our people have a knowledge of God out there, but they don't know the you know what I mean? They don't know the name, they don't know who they are and things like that though. So it ain't no different from back then to now though. You know what I'm saying though? Back then though, they didn't know who they were either though, man. So this is like what we're living in right now. This is Acts 2.0, man. This is Acts 2.0. Without us brother traveling, guess what? The word travels through the internet. You know? The apostles don't need to be over here in California, man. Shit, hey, the internet does the heavy lifting though, man. So in reality, we're living in Acts 2.0 right now, man. So that's the thing about it though, because if it wasn't for the internet, bro. You know, like a chain reaction though. It was the brother Kawak though. So the internet found out it was a chain reaction through his brother than through me though. You know what I'm saying though? It wasn't like a Apostle Tahar and Apostle Gabar was posted over here and I happened to see him and I woken up to the truth though. No man, it was through the internet though. You got something, bro?
I'm trying to find something.
Oh, okay, okay. You see, so it wasn't like, you know, we seen Apostle Tahar posted somewhere right here, man. You know what I'm saying though? And we walked up though, and we were asking because we seen the sign. No, man. You know what I'm saying though? It was just what is that scripture? Let me find the scripture real quick too, bro. About the seed be planted though, and Yahweh's the one that waters it. I think it's First Corinthians.
I'll get this one.
Go on.
Matthew 15 and 24. Wait, let me read. Matthew 15 and 24. Yahushua answered and said, I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel. So Yahushua is the Lord, and he was only sent for the Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He wasn't sent for the white people or the Chinese people.
Biblically called Moab though.
Yeah.
It wasn't for you guys. See, so this is the thing though, you know, being brought to remembrance though, running who they are though, because you see, Esau trying to make his like to forgive though, man, and get to, you know, be together though, forgive though. You know what I'm saying though? But the thing is Esau knows that if these tribes get together, it's a problem with him though. You know what I'm saying though? If these tribes know their true nationality and get together though, man, that's a big threat though to Esau though. But hey, we know that 2/3 of our people are gonna get destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying though? So in reality, we're the true threat, man. You know what I'm saying though? We're the true threat to this devil, man. Because why? Because we have the truth though. We understand who we are though, and preaching the word though, man. You know what I'm saying though? So us though, we're the true threat, man. We don't have to get carnal or anything like that, man. Because we understand though that that's a blessing to you, Edomites though, man. We understand that sword is a blessing to you, Edomites though, man. And if we are the elect though, we're just waiting for the spiritual power to fucking kick your ass though. But right now, it's not the time, man. You know, right now is not the time to get carnal and shit, man. You know what I'm saying though? But what you know, fish turn to hunter. When with that hunter though, guess what? Whatever power Yahweh Shem Shai gives us though, this brother probably be able to fly. You know what I mean? I'll probably be able to run like the Flash, or whatever the case he puts me in. You know, whatever power he gives me though, you know, we're gonna handle business though. And when the time it is come to it though, we're gonna fucking do it though, man. You know what I'm saying though? Have our foot on our enemy's neck, man. So I found that precept real quick. 1 Corinthians 3:6 it says, "I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase." See, I have planted, Apollos and watered, but God gave the increase though. See, so you just plant the seed though, man. You know, plant the seed though, and Yahweh Shema Shai waters it by giving you this knowledge though, man. Isn't the word compared with like water? So that's the thing about it though, man. Like you're telling me, you know, as an individual, you wouldn't want to know what your true biblical nationality is though? Because I was always into history, bro. Like I was into history. Like I always liked history in general though, you know? I even to this day, man, I love history though. But you're telling me like you wouldn't want to know what your nationality goes back to from back then though? Like I know everybody wants to know, right? I did though. Even before I came into the truth though, I was like, you know, ask my like my dad and shit though, my grandpa, you know, like where did we come from though, you know, like if
I just thought we were always called Mexicans. You know,
yeah,
from the beginning.
yeah,
But it's different names.
yeah,
know?
yeah, because we go back to what Aztecs though, and that's it, and I thought, and that's how they kept us as, oh, we Aztecs though, you know, and that's it though. But what the fuck were we before we were Aztecs though, right?
Yeah.
No one asked those questions though.
What were we in the beginning? You know,
Exactly.
when Adam and Eve were, you know, I mean, even before after Adam and Eve, you know, that's when we got our names.
Mm-hmm. Like, what were we before that though? You know, I mean, after that though, you know?
Yeah.
Because we can't like. What I always wondered is like, like we're in Mexico, but we were like before we're Aztecs, like we were just born there, like you know what I mean though, like, because I always thought about the time of Noah though and the three sons, right? Because like, who's my lineage go back to? Like, who's my great 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 great? You know what I mean? I could continue saying great grandfather. Is it Ham, Shem?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or Japheth? Like, who's my grandfather, great grandfather? You know? But now I know, it's Shem. You know, through the spirit, we know it's Shem.
Yeah, because I didn't even know there was nationality. Our nationality comes from the Bible. Everybody's nationality is in the Bible.
Yep.
Because I looked up there's the table of nations.
Yeah, yeah. Remember you told me that first time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a table of nations. You know, the whole earth. There's actually 18 nations on the planet Earth, but today there's more nations.
Let me look
know?
that up. Yeah, how many?
That's because they added more nationalities. They made them up because Israel is one whole nation, which is 12 tribes, which is actually 12 nationalities.
Yeah, we're big, man. Hey, we Israel, man. We like to fuck, man, and have kids though. We like to fuck in general.
So there's actually 30 nations, but Israel it considered 12 as a whole.
Yeah, because we just so big though, you know.
Because we come from the same father.
Yeah.
Because it's Jacob. Jacob is Israel.
And I was saying though, we Israel, man. We like, we're not fucking Edomites, you know. We like to fuck though, man, and women though. And we sometimes we conceive, they conceive our kids though, man. Well,
that's what the Lord told us was to be fruitful and multiply. And it said that we're going to be like the stars and like the sand of the sea.
Sand of the sea, yeah. Mm-hmm. That many, man. That many though. Shit. So I looked how many nationalities are there in the world. It says there are roughly 195 to 223. God damn.
That's because they made them up because all this intersexual.
Oh yeah. Like it's like having sex with different nations though.
Yeah, having sex with different nations. They said, "Oh, he looks like this, so we'll make him African American."
Remember Mark, the Filipino that used to work with us? He was a Jake though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That motherfucker, he wasn't so much of like, he was like our people, man, because he was a good worker though, huh? I remember him. He was a pretty good worker, huh? Yeah, he was a good worker, and he liked to bullshit though. You know what I mean? He bullshitted with us though. Yeah, he had a funny accent though. But he bullshit though. I remember one time, remember that
Yeah.
list though? Oh, it's like what?
Oh, I was gonna say because he had like a sincere spirit, you know.
Yeah.
Israelites have sincere spirits.
Yeah, gone. And he joked around like us too, you know. And I remember one time there was a list though of our names, right? And I was like, who the fuck? Because remember his name was Mark, right? I'm like, who the fuck is Mark Camacho? He's like, what? That's me. What the fuck? Remember you talk? He was like, what? That's me. I'm Mark Camacho. Mom. What the fuck do you have? I told him, what the fuck do you have a Beaner last name? I don't know. he didn't even know his national. You know what I'm saying? But the Filipinos, man, they remind me of fucking Ishikar, man. The way they joked around, they have brown skin like us, man. They ain't no motherfucking different though. That's why a lot of us Ishikar, we are attracted to their women though, man. We, like, cause they're our skin color and they just got the eyes though, man. But hey, man, that type of woman, they look good, man. The woman from Thailand too. Oh man, they motherfuckers beautiful out there, man. You know what I mean? I'd like me a woman that have brown skin and have eyes like that, man. But they got the pretty, white teeth though. Man, those women are beautiful out there, man. But that's what I'm saying though. So how is it that there's 195 national to 223?
Yeah, but when you go back, then you'll start eliminating those nations. You know, you start finding out my seed is actually only through my father, not through the woman. It's not. You don't mix up you can't mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
You can't mix up the nationalities. If your father's one nationality, then your mother's another. You can't say you're both.
Yeah, exactly though. And I think that's and that's the thing about it with Esau, man. When he brought up these things through paperwork and what I mean, all this other shit though, man. That's just work of the devil because it's like, why there's so many nationalities though.
Because he wanted to mix up so that you can't tell who the Israelites are.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah. Because I wanted to know, like, you don't want to know who we are though. That's why the tribe of Judah though, motherfucking had already 5 bywords in less than a century, I think.
It makes it harder for you to be saved.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that's beautiful. Look at these dragonflies though. All these dragonflies right here. Look at that. Yeah. And I understand now why the tribe of Judah had 5 bywords though, man, because that's the head tribe though. They're definitely trying to keep Judah from knowing their true nationality though, because you understand that says according to the scripture, it says through the tents of Judah we find out who we are though, So are you done with that, bro?
Yeah.
Can you get Malachi 4:5-6? Because that's the thing about it though, man. Tribe of Judah, which is the so-called Negroes, through them we're gonna find out who the rest of the tribes were though, man. You know what I'm saying though? So now I understand why this devil gave tribe of Judah these different bywords though, different names though, man. They were what? Colored, Negroes, African Americans, black. You know what I'm saying though? Like all these bywords and shit though, man. But I understand though, because they're trying to keep directly from the tribe of Judah to keep them not knowing who the true nationality is. Because once Judah knows who they are though, the rest of the domino effect though, man, which already happened already though, through this great man right here. So, oh, you got something to say, brother?
Yeah, because with the black and white, just because your skin color is black, so he call you black.
Yeah, which is that.
And then the white man, he ain't got no skin color, so they just call him white.
Yeah. Which with the elder Malcolm brought that out, and that didn't come about till the 1600s, I think though. That started calling white though in the 1600s though. So man, these devils been on that shit though, man. Let's call ourselves white though. You know what I mean? Because of the purity of what the meaning behind white means though. Like you motherfuckers are red though, man.
Yeah. So you said Malachi?
Yeah, chapter 4, verse 5 and 6.
Malachi 4 and 5. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel with the statutes and judgments. And then behold, verse 6. Oh, that was verse 4. Verse 5.
5 and 6, yeah.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah. And look at, and I think I got the, like, you know, I got this called the app though, right? Where, you know, it breaks down some verses though. Sometimes it goes off, but sometimes it's correct, all right? And it says for 4 and 5, Elijah, right? It says apparently this is coming of Elijah is just before the day of the Lord, which is still in the future. That's what the breakdown of that verse is, because it says the future. It says apparently this coming of Elijah. See, apparently this coming of Elijah is just before the day of the Most High, which is still in the future. See, so this is a person coming in, to, you know, telling about the warning about Yahweh Shem Shai, which through the Spirit is Abba Bivens, though. You know?
Because he's coming right before the Lord comes.
And he did come, though. And he did do the work, though. You know?
Abba Bivens?
Abba Bivens, yeah.
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 So Abba Bivens is Elijah, the prophet, coming back.
Yeah. Because even this precept, it said, which is still in the future. You know? So this is a prophecy, in other words.
We are in the future.
You know? Yeah.
The future is now.
Yeah. And so it goes to show there's a prophecy, though. You know? Which already happened, though. That he came, though. You know what I'm saying, though?
So that means we're not far from the end. You know?
Yep. We're close to the end already, though, man. You know, because he already did his work, though, man. You know what I'm saying, though? And that man died, man, because he got jumped, though, man. He got jumped, man, by you wicked ass 2/3, man. Which I was believe, right? It was the was it the Muslims or something like that? But it was a group of them, you know, that rushed them, man, jumped them, though. And you motherfuckers, man, should pay, though, man. If you have not paid it yet, though, man. See, you type of people, though, man, are the fucking 2/3, man. Shit. Can you get 6, Papa?
This Malachi 4 and 6, and he shall turn, and Elijah shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
See? Turn the hearts for the children back to the fathers, though. Doesn't that mean like remembering who our forefathers are?
Yep.
Who we are, though?
Yep. Because the children, they're going to remember the fathers. You know?
Yep.
And that's what we're doing, is remembering who our real fathers are.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, because he changed that because remember, he was in what is the book commandments, the keeper commandments? What was that group that he was in? It was like I think 3 overall, like 3 of them or 4 of them. And the keeper commandments was a book, something like that, right? But they were just based off the Old Testament, though. But he said, nah, you know, the New Testament. Nah, the New Testament too, though. We're dealing with he started dealing with the New Testament, though. You know what I'm saying, though? Because before they were just Old Testament, though, you know. But he's like, nah. He went up that seal to like no, you know, like the New Testament too, because Yahweh Shai is real important, though. You know what I'm saying, though? So if it wasn't for that, we just, you know, for that the Spirit hating them to doing so, we still would have been just old commandments, though, man. The law of Moses only, though. But nah. Yeah, Yahweh Shai is important, though, man. You know, very important, though. You see? Because we can't keep Moses' law. You know what I mean? Even we try to, but we can't keep it all complete though, man. Especially in the times that we live in, man. You know what I'm saying though? We can't. We would die though, man. So that's why Yahweh Shai is so important though, because through his blood though, man, you know what I'm saying though? Through purification of our heart though, it's through faith that will save us, man. You know what I'm saying though? Not the laws though. It's through faith though. Because if it was based off the laws though, bro, we would have been dead though, man. We can't keep the laws, man. Especially in this society, bro, we just walked on fucking pig right now, man. Fucking different fucking fabric though right now. Mingled fabric right now. We're sinning right now as we're standing here trying to preaching the word to you, man. If we went based on the laws, man, we would be hypocrites, man. But it's through Yahweh Shai though, man. So that's why Abba Bivens played a big role of what he did though in the work when he was here, man. You know what I'm saying though? And then from that, it was the elders, our elders though, you know? Jacob, Elder Jacob, Kiman Shah, you know what I'm saying though? High Priest Arya, yeah, that's his name, right? Arya, High Priest, the one that beat the you know? All that though, man. You see what I'm saying though? So our Bivens, it played a big role, man. You know, because it wasn't through him though. You know, our elders would have not been about. You know. So that was it, right?
Yeah.
Now you go to the book of Baruch 2, chapter 2, and you get verses 30 through 32.
Chapter 2.
Yeah, chapter 2 and verse 30 and through 32. Because that's the one I'm thinking about right now though. We'll come back to remembrance in the land. I believe it's that one though, you know? So this is a prophecy though, man. This is also a prophecy though. Because the thing about it though is that we over here, man, imagine dying though, not even knowing your nationality, who you really are though, man. Imagine dying a fucking Mexican, man. Hey, you know, tribe of Judah getting killed on the street though. And just, you know how they say, just another nigga dead. Shit.
What you say, Luke?
Baruch chapter 2, and you can start at verse 30 to 32. You know what I mean? Look at, man, all these niggas, man, throughout the years, man, dying in the streets and shit, getting shot up. And you know, you'd be hearing the rappers and the songs be like, just another nigga dead. You know? They're just another nigga, man. But what if that man knew that he was a prince of power, though, and Yahweh Shai, with the, you know, people ignorant call Jesus Christ, look like him, though? Just that idea, though, man, given to a nigga in the street, man. Like, hey, bro, don't think this Jesus Christ, though, that's not even his name, though, man. That you know that he looked like you, and guess what? You come from the same tribe, though, man. You know, talking to, you know, Judah, though, a nigga, right? Hey, man, you come from the same tribe, though, as, you know, the people ignorant call Jesus Christ, though, man. He looks like you, man. You don't think that's kind of, like, he's kind of think about that, though, or kind of ponder on that, though? Well, what? He looks like me, though. What? You know, because, you know, there's niggas out there that be like, Jesus Christ, though, man, that nigga white, man. Give a fuck about it. That's why a lot of motherfuckers convert to Muslim, man. You know what I'm saying, though?
That's why we wouldn't even be doing this if we weren't a part of, you know, the Lord's nationality.
Exactly, though. Yeah, because we're here for these people, man.
If we heard that salvation was only for, you know, not us, you know, then we'd feel some type of way, you know?
Yeah, you'd be like, well, we'd be like, well, man, F that, man. You know? Like, why would I, you know, they're not about me, though. For me, it's not for me, though.
But even though we say that it's not for the whites or the Chinese, you may not be a white or a Chinese, you know? You might be an Israelite.
Yeah.
You know, because it's all about what your father's fathers goes back to, you know, your grandpa, your great-grandpa.
So far and so far.
Yeah.
Your ancestors, like.
So it's really about the spirit. How does your spirit, you know, do you feel like you're an Israelite? Do you agree with captivity, you know?
Yeah.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Do you agree with that? If you do, then you might be an Israelite.
Yeah, because if you like, Well, if you got that spirit of it wasn't me, it was my father's, you're a fucking Edomite. You know?
Like that was a long time ago and the Lord forgot about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But the Lord don't forget. He don't forgive.
Oh yeah.
And so this is Baruch 2:30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people.
And that's our people, man.
Yep.
Our people are stiff necked though. I ain't no fucking Israelite.
Yeah.
They be saying shit like that, you know?
Because when you have a stiff neck, you don't want to turn your head. You don't want to turn to the truth.
Yeah, you're like that. You're like stiff neck, you know? Yep.
The opposite is called a rubbernecker.
Yeah, that's like an old school saying, huh?
Yeah, it's old school.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that meant though.
Johnny Depp said it. He said he's rubbernecking me. You know? And that's when you turn from side to side.
Everywhere, yeah.
But a stiff neck, you don't even want to
turn
your head to this truth.
Just fucking wave. What's that word called? Wavering. Just waver like.
Waver.
Yeah. I remember there was a time. I don't know if I think you were there. I think it was with you though. We're in Avenal, and we're right there on Main Street, right? And there was that guy. I think it was with you. Remember? There's some older Ishikar. He was in like in a brown little truck though, and he literally stopped though, just to look at us, and be like, "Remember Uzi, right?" He went like that, and his dumbass almost got hit by cars. So, like, why would you?
And then the person behind him was
almost
honking
hit him.
at him.
Yeah. Well, remember there was the other one too that almost hit him. Remember, and he had to take off though. But yeah, the person behind him was honking at him, and they went around him, and then there was a car that almost hit him.
Yeah.
So he had to fucking go. And we started laughing because like, look at this idiot. We were like, look at this idiot, almost got hit by a car. So our people are just scoffers, man, too, man. They talk shit on us though. I mean, but it's all in the scriptures too that our people are gonna, be like that too, man. You know what I mean? And that's the thing though, man. It's our own people that go up against us, man. Not even these Edomites still go against us. These other nations though, they don't even go against us, man. But it's our own people that talk shit, man. You know?
Because our people, the thing about them is that they're too curious. They're curious, yeah, but they're curious about other things.
The wrong things, though.
Yeah, the wrong things. When they should be, curious about this. They got a zeal, but not according to knowledge.
That's the point I was trying to bring out earlier. Yeah. Yeah. They know there's a power though, like
there's
that.
Power in them, but they just can't. They just gotta find it.
They can't unleash it though until they find the true power though, So.
And then it said.
Yeah, come on.
But because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves.
Ooh. So what does that mean though? In the land of we can't say we weren't captives in this fucking land of America.
We're gonna remember because we got the record. The record has been passed down for so many generations.
Yeah, gone.
Now we got the record.
Yep. Yep. In the land of captivity, not speaking here,
and
man.
The record couldn't be wiped out. The devil tried to wipe this record out.
Yep.
But he couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. Nope.
We still remember who we are from the beginning.
Going to our elders and brothers, and you know what I'm saying though? Our elders though. But it popped off without a biblical, man. You just imagine, bro. It took just this one man though, man. Just this one man though. Think about it though. Just this one man though.
And we were lost for so long.
Bro, we were lost when we were talking about was being Aztec. We were lost even before that.
That's right.
And how long ago was that, man? We were Aztecs though.
Yeah. We were even lost back when Yahushua was on the scene.
Exactly, right. That's why he read that scripture to the lost sheep though. Send the 12 disciples to the lost sheep though. Because even after, bro. Even after Paulo. The ministry of Paulo, while he went around, that book of Acts though. We brought out that in Acts the 17th chapter about the Israelites that to the unknown God though. They were lost though.
When we had that vision of the
Peter, right? Was it Peter? Was it that
Yeah.
quote that fell? It was Peter.
The blanket.
Yeah, the
right?
blanket. Yeah, the coat. Yeah, yeah. Because of Cornelius, though, right? Yeah. You see,
Yeah.
so that was during that was the time of Acts too, right? I believe, right? When Peter had that vision. Yeah. See. So even back then, we were also lost too, though, man. And now, you know, as you don't think right now too, definitely lost though, man. Lost in the sauce though, man. You know,
Lost sheep.
lost sheep. Yeah. There's more, right?
Yeah. So Baruch 2 and 31.
Yeah.
Baruch 2 and 31. And shall know that I am Yahweh Shema outside their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear.
Yep. And those are people that are gonna, you know, receive this truth though, man. You know, like us though, man. We're prime examples of receive the truth though, then we understand though. And we got the ears to now we got the ears to understand and to acknowledge the fact that all this brothers speak of is true though, man. You know? We got the truth living here in America in the land though. I mean, there's other brothers too that live in these different regions of the world though, but hey, we all speak to accordingly one accord, man. You know? I mean, and that's a prophecy too, because it says Matthew's 24th chapter about the elect though being in different regions of the earth though, and being what's it called, received by the chariot. You know, it only makes sense though, the elect though scattered among the world though, being received though, man, the chariot though. So, but the true Apostle Tahar said, but the true salvation and deliverance though is gonna be here in America. You know what I'm saying though? Because it's gonna get fucking the Jacob's trouble, the missiles though. You know what I mean though? All that stuff is coming here in America, man. It's gonna be horrible over here. So the deliverance though, we do definitely need it though. You know what I mean? Especially we're living here in the land of America. I mean, there's, you know what I mean? It's gonna get rough out here, man. It's gonna get rough here, man. You know what I'm saying though? Once they implicate that the mandatory CHIP, oh, you know what I mean? Shit, the living, and we're just gonna go through things, man. If you're the true electo, man, you know what I'm saying? If you're the electo, you're gonna go through things, though. You know what I'm saying though? People are struggling as it is right now, though. But man, Jacob's trouble it's there, but it's not in full effect, though, man. And it's gonna get horrible, man. So that's why we need Yahweh Shai, though, man. Was that more on that, or?
But Baruch 2 and 32.
Yeah, there you go.
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
And think about it, bro. This is Baruch, right? For Jeremiah, right? They knew they were Israelites, though, right? So what I'm trying to say is they will know, go back, they will know who they are in the land, though. So there's a future prophecy, though, because Baruch and Jeremiah, they knew what tribe they came from. You know what I mean? They knew who they were, though. So who is he talking about right then and there? Talking about us in the future, man. You know?
Yeah, because we started to understand who the Lord is and what His name is and what He looks like. So now we're calling on that.
Yeah. Yeah. And Baruch, you know, he knew what nationality he was, though. He knew what tribe he was from, you know? So why would he say that, though? Well, it's because it's a prophecy, though, you know? It's a prophecy that came about, though, and it's happening now, you know? Coming out who we are, though. We know who we are, and things of the matter, though, man. You know what I'm saying, though? So it's a beautiful thing to know who we are, man. You know what I'm saying, though?
More.
Okay, go on. Yeah.
Baruch 2 and 33, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before Yahweh Bashim Shai.
See?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Remember
Yeah.
the fathers.
Yeah.
Our father Jacob.
Yeah.
Moses, all all the fathers.
Yep. Remember who they are.
David.
All that though, man. Bro, how is it that you see these small hats, right? These small hats, and you see all the uh, King David, right, with the sword and you know how he was a warrior, you know. But you look at these small hats, I'm like, how are these people related to King David in the Bible though? The way they look, the way they act though, they ain't no fucking warriors, you know. It only makes sense though that King David, because I'm just saying though, because who's in the UFC though? Who gets down in the UFC though, man? Who does boxing though? Who plays sports though? It's us though, man. Athletic wise though. You know, King David had to be someone that was athletic though. I mean, jumping, leaping over walls though. Shit. Hey, who leaps and makes a fucking dunk though, man? Like nothing though.
The Edomites, they're just hunters. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
They like being in the fields.
Yeah, with the you know, the fucking rifle though.
You know?
You know, but when it goes to close combat though,
they like doing rock climbing and shit.
Yeah.
You don't see no Latinos rock climbing.
Hell no, riding. Well, you know what? Also, they do is they be riding their bikes and shit on hills and mountains and shit, and then when they eat shit, they end up fucking dying though. You know, so
yeah, they're daredevils. You know?
Yeah, dumbass niggas. That's what I call them, dumbass niggas though.
They are devils too.
Yeah, they are devils though. These motherfuckers doing jumping cords though. You know, parachuting though. Oh, let's jump off this fucking high though, and then you motherfuckers jump off and your parachute don't open.
So is that one Edomite too? They call him Evil Knievel.
Oh yeah. The white, yeah.
You know?
Evil Knievel. See, you guys are all fucking devils, man. Thinking that's cool, you know? I don't know, you know, but that's your motherfucking spirit, though,
Monster Smash, Truck Smashing.
Oh yeah, the Monster Jams though.
Monster Jam.
Yeah, they like the loudness and the crushing of cars and shit. Yeah.
They like to destroy things, you know. Really.
That's you motherfuckers' nature, man.
But Jacob, you know, we like to build.
Exactly though. Yep. Like to build. You like be smashing shit though. Motherfucker, every year, what is it in Woodstock though? They have that Burning Man, that big ass shit, and they light it up though.
They got the mosh pit.
Yeah, oh yeah, when they're all fucking dancing and yeah, stupid motherfuckers though. They be swinging right, they be kicking and fucking looking like retard, man.
Head butting and shit. You know, head butting each other's heads.
It's fucking nature, you know. All that their movement of their head though, that fucking blood that goes up to their head though, man. That you know how they head banging and shit and all that though. You don't even know what the fuck you're doing to yourself, you fucking dumbasses.
Bang your head.
Some motherfuckers do actually bang their head and they be bleeding on their forehead right here, and then they see the blood and they love it. They get all crazy. So you guys are the fucking devil, man. You guys pursue blood, man. You know what I'm saying though? They fucking bleed though, and all these Edomites, they're like, oh yeah, and they fucking see
They're
the
the
blood.
ones who always kill themselves.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
They're always killing themselves. After they kill somebody, you know, after they kill a whole family, then they'll kill themselves.
Yeah. You guys are bitches, man. Because why though? Because you guys know that you guys don't want to go to prison though, man, and spend all that time in prison though. You guys are bitches though, so you guys take the way out.
And they bungee jump and shit.
Yeah, that's what I said though. Yeah.
Jumping out of planes and shit.
Yeah, parachute. That's what I'm saying. Parachute, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes their parachute don't open and. Bah!
Skydiving.
Skydive. There you go. It's called skydiving. Yeah.
Skydiving.
You fucking idiots though. Was that is that it?
Let's see if this Baruch 2:34, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. See, that's our fathers,
That's
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not diminish.
Woo. Having this knowledge and this truth though. The elect is definitely gonna acknowledge it though and spread the truth though, man.
We're
You know
going
what
to get that land that was promised to us.
Yep. versus the land is in Israel. You know, we're gonna get that land because like I said, future prophecy, the chariot is gonna beam us up though, and you know what I'm saying? What they're gonna put it? Didn't it say put us in our land though? Put us in our land? Yeah. See, in that land, our land is Israel, man. But it's so much wickedness going on right now in the land though that it needs to get purified by fire, man. You know what I'm saying though? It needs to get purified by fire. And this one right here, the land of America is gonna get destroyed though. It's gonna be a big ass monument though. Kind of like, you know, now you see Sodom and Gomorrah. You see those they'll be over the land right now where they're at. They'll be like, this was Sodom and Gomorrah happened though. You know, it was right here where all these wickedness happened though, man.
I think that's what the scripture says too. It's gonna.
Oh yeah, and is it Peter's though?
Yeah,
I could look for it.
yeah, because it said
Yeah.
it's gonna be like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Mm-hmm.
Babylon is gonna be like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, because I think it's in the book of Peter's, right? I think it.
'Cause this is Sodom and Gomorrah. Because look at all the homosexuals, all the lesbians, the LGBTQ. That's a good reason to destroy this whole place.
I got it right here.
Yeah.
2 Peter 2, and I'll read 5. It says, and spread not the old world, but save Noah, the eighth person and preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. And 6, it says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example, and to those that shall live ungodly. See? So Sodom and Gomorrah was just which was like 5 cities though, you know, but those 2 were the main ones, but they were made an example of not to live wickedness, and that's here in America. You know,
That's supposed to be an example set for now.
exactly.
You're supposed to look back at Sodom and Gomorrah and be like, you know, those homosexuals, they got destroyed.
Which let me get this one now. Revelation 11:8, because it says Revelation 11:8, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city though, and it's been spiritually dead from the neck up, you know, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified. See, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. See?
So you got all together, you got the LGBT, and then you got the slavery. It's all in one land.
Yeah, see, because it says spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Make that make sense though.
This has got to be, you know, the prophecy has to be true that this is Babylon the Great. And if you don't believe it, then you might be a 2/3 Israelite. You know?
Gone. Yeah, because you know, shit. You can't say, man, they got these pronouns now, they, them, all this other bullshit, man. This is Sodom though. Again. You know?
Because a homosexual will tell you that Jesus loves him.
Yeah. Bro, there'd be preachers that are homosexuals, man. I seen one that this was a lady turned into a man, and she was a preacher. A he, she, or she, he.
Man, the scripture says you cannot cut off your private parts.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, this is a woman thinking she was a man, but you know she was still preaching though. You know.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. That's fucking. You know what I mean? That's America for you.
But a man, why do you want to be a woman? You know. Why do you want to cut your thing off?
To be a fucking woman though. Yeah, all your feeling is gonna leave though.
And then grow tits. You want to grow tits.
Doesn't fucking make sense.
You know, that's why it's a good reason to destroy you.
That's why that this land is polluted with so much of that shit. That I understand though why the missiles and the angels gotta destroy this place, man. You know?
If you can't produce, what are you good for?
Nothing. To be a missile food and that's it.
It's all about the fruit. You know, if you can't produce fruit,
what good are you for?
that's right.
Like land though. Like if you know this land is there's no good on this land.
And it's dead.
It's dead, yeah.
Like
You
dirt.
can't grow shit.
You know?
Yeah.
Same thing with the truth. If you can't produce the truth, you're no good.
You're no good, yeah. You're just a fruit. The fruit got rotten. You know? The fruit got rotten, though. It's no good no more. Was that everything on that?
Yeah.
Now, can you go to Jeremiah 19, chapter 19, verse 16 to 20? And we're producing the fruit, man. You know? Hey, I'm this brother's fruit, though. You know what I mean? Because this brother brought me up to the truth and told me who I am. They're teaching me, though. So, part of the fruit, though, man. Part of the fruit, too. You know what I'm saying, though? Because the reason why I say that, though, and I always bring up this thing where
really, I'm just a branch, and you know,
I'm your fruit.
I came from the tree. You know.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm the fruit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the fruit.
That's right. Jeremiah 19 and
Oh, Isaiah.
oh,
Isaiah 9, chapter 19 and verse 16 to 20. Yeah, because this brother, if it wasn't for this, like I'm telling you though, like it was all the Lord though, because I was on my phone and this brother's video, which was a camp video, got recommended into my algorithm, right? It's like, oh damn, this brother, right? So I was like, I'm gonna click in. So, because the fact that he was still out there teaching the word though, right? And I clicked in though, and then I think that's how I got your number. You got my number though, right? And then it from there, it just started from there, you know? So that's what I'm trying to say though. So you gotta produce, you know?
if this brother didn't click on that video, he could have just swiped up. And,
that was it.
you know?
Yeah.
But
I was watching Jake music video with Jake though. So how is it that, you know, the algorithm ain't gonna, like, it's way off though from what, you know what I mean? The video for this, because the algorithm would have shown me some other Jake's videos, you know, some rappers videos or some shit, you know? But it showed me this brother's video. Make that make sense though. That was all the Lord, man. So it was like, damn, you know? So it was spiritual, man, you know? So that's how we linked up again, man, you know? And things doesn't matter though. So I just took off from there though, you know? So that's what I'm saying though. So the fact that you gotta go out there and teach the word though, hey man, you have to though, man. Because eventually you never know, you'll gain a fruit though. And in the scriptures say that in season, out of season. Bro, we were just talking about how hot it was last week though. Motherfucker was like 107 though last week, 106 though.
yeah, well, we've been going through some illnesses too.
Shit.
You know?
Yep. Yeah.
But we still come out.
Exactly though, bro. I just did a 12, almost 13-hour shift yesterday, bro. You know what I mean? I just did fucking 12-hour, 13-hour shift yesterday at my job though. But the good thing is I was able to get out by 9 though. You know? So I did what I had to do, and before 12 I knocked out. You know? And it was good though because going to sleep earlier though, because I was able to get my at least 7 hours or almost 8 hours though of sleep. Because the alarm didn't wake me up. I woke up though. And I was like, all right, cool. You know? Shit. I think that the alarm didn't wake me up today though, because usually when the alarm wakes me up, it's like you wake up, you know, like kind of like, I'm still tired. But I woke up where it was like, all right, I'm cool, ready for camp though. You know, got dressed up and ready though, man. So that's what I'm saying though. In season, out of season though. Shit, in the next couple months, it's gonna be hella cold. In 2-3 more months, it's gonna be hella cold. And Lord will, you're gonna see us with our ponchos though. Another season though, man. You know?
Hopefully it's the last season.
we say that every year, bro. We say that every year, man.
Oh, microchip.
Bring it out, you know? Bring it out. And like I said, these brothers already, you know what I mean, going on 10 years already, huh? A decade, bro. A decade, though. And, you know, someone coming out here, man, teaching the word, though, man. Bro, imagine a decade, though, man. You know, 10 years, though, bro. Teaching the word, and you know? So imagine that, though.
So, you know, if it was someone else, they'd be like, I'm wasting my life. You know?
I wasted 10 years of my life.
Yeah. Could have been, you know, whatever, trying to get married or something.
Trying fucking trying to work though, always working overtime and shit, you know, be too tired to come out to work though, you know? Because, you know, a job, too, it would be a stumbling block for a person, though, man.
I can make my days off, you know, be a party days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or be with my family or some shit. Take them a fucking, you know, every Sunday, take my family out, though. You know?
Yeah.
But don't want to be doing this, though. You know?
Yeah.
So, your family, your woman, it's a lot of stumbling blocks, man, that could, you know, occur to anybody, though, man. You know? And one thing for sure, the brothers from LA, right? The LA camp, though, you know, Makala, Daniela, Manatazal. You know what? There's not been a truth, though, bro. Since well, Mike Allah is this brother set one of the first GMS brothers that this brother sent me a video of him, and when I seen the brother's video, I was intrigued, but I was just like, bam, you know, like damn, like his channel makes sense of his personality because it's inspiration and motivation because that's how he made me feel when I watched the brother's video, you know.
And that's the brother who I first, you know, seen, you know.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I sent him to you because he's the first one that I've seen, you know, that inspired me.
Yeah. And then he inspired me too, you know. So it goes, and he's still out there, bro. And the point that I'm trying to make though is that since I've been in truth and watching those brothers though, hey, those brothers, Saturdays, right? They camp Saturdays, right? Committed, bro. Always committed though. I never seen one brother not go to camp though. Those brothers stay coming to camp though, bro. You know what I'm saying though? Those brothers stay coming to camp though. I've not seen one brother like, oh, like he didn't go this week though or anything like that. Those brothers just every Saturday they go, bro. Cause I believe those brothers are related too. I believe, right? They're like cousins or something, right? Yeah. You could tell, bro, like they're related though. And those brothers just stay coming, bro. So like, yeah, they're family, bro. They're family though. But the way they come together, it's like the families in the world come together like on Sunday's barbecues or something though. You know what I'm saying though? So
they're committed.
They're committed, yeah.
Committed.
You know how niggas in the world committed to go every Sunday to the barbecues, right? Hey, them brothers are committed to go out and speak this truth though, man. Every Saturday, bro. Saturday is a party day or party night, you know? Hey, they're always committed though, man. And that's a beautiful thing, bro, that their camp though, that is family members though, you know? Like they all come together, man. Because I'm just speaking though as me though, like well, my cousins though, they're too worldly, man. They're too worldly though, you know. And I can't even connect with. I mean, I'll say what's up and everything though, but I can't connect with them. I can't hang with them, you know. And the only time that I will give to give them time is right here, this though. But for me to go out of my way to go hang with them, I just can't. I can't even connect with them no more though. The shit that they talk about and things like that, it don't fucking apply to me no more. It don't matter to me no more. You know? But to have family though, not just one cousin or you know, two, but like three, to be in the same knowledge, understanding of the truth, man. Hey bro, that's beautiful, man. You know? Them brothers probably been through stuff, man, in their life though, man, before they came to the truth. Them brothers probably been through stuff, man, you know? And I believe Mike Allah said one time that all them three were living in the same household and one of their moms was getting blessed though a lot. So imagine three brothers like that, bro, living in the same household. He said that one of their moms was getting blessed though. She's like, I don't understand why I keep getting all these blessings though. It's like, because you had three true men of the Lord in your household, you know? The lady, you know? So, oh yeah, if you could get that, folks.
This Isaiah 19 and 16, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid, and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh Shem Shai of hosts, which he shaketh over it.
And the arm though was represented us, so that's the because it's a host, right? The angels.
Yeah, because
he's using us, right?
In that day Egypt shall be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh Shem Shai of hosts. So Egypt, you know,
it's America, of course.
Yeah. America, you know, which is the woman is the woman that sits upon the beast.
Yep, the harlot.
The whore.
Yep, the whore. There you go, the harlot. Well, the same one, you know, whore.
So Egypt is the whore.
Yeah.
And that whore is going to be afraid and fear because of the hand of Yahweh Shimon Shai, which is, going into the destruction.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
The host, the angels, right?
His hand is, the chariots.
Yeah, yeah, right. That's what the angels, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because the shaking of the yeah. Yeah. Can you keep reading?
And Isaiah 19 and 17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
And going back to, if these people find out their true nationality, though, whew, that's terror to Egypt, which to the Edomites, man. Because once we find out who we really truly are, though, bro, that's a threat to these devil, man.
Yeah, because the white man, he's scared for us to get together.
Oh hell yeah! That's why they had to separate us. Say, you guys are Mexicans. You guys come from over here. These guys are blacks though, and they come from Africa. And these Indians though, well, they're from here though. But they don't we're all related though. That's our brothers though. But he ain't gonna tell you that. Guess what? Yeah, you guys are brothers, right?
Because really, we could take over America if the Negroes, Latinos,
together, huh?
If we all came together.
Yep.
We could take over this land.
We don't need this devil though. We don't need this devil, bro. There was a thing where these runaway slaves were going to Mexico, and Issachar was helping them though.
Yeah, we outnumber this white man. He's only a small part of America, but yet he still runs it.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
They're calling us the minority though.
That's just because of his sword.
Yep. Calling us the minority though. That's why what was his name though? The Cuban guy? Back in the 60s I think he knew like Fidel Castro. He was Cuban though, but they killed him. I think they starved him and shot him or something. He had like a little like beret hat though, back in the 60s though. What the hell was his name? Started with the C. He said though, we're not the minority though. You know what I mean? See, even back then, that Jake knew that we were the minority though. You know what I'm saying though? And I forgot what he was. I don't really know too much of the story though. But he told the person that was gonna kill him though. He said, "Go ahead, kill me though. But guess what? My legacy will still run forever though. Something like that, And they killed him and shit. They starved him. They shot him though, because he was trying to say he was trying to spread communism or some shit like that. But all he was doing is bringing out the facts though, within the corruptness though, And you look at Jake, bro, like in the old videos of him though, I forgot his name though, but that dude had a smile, bro. Like he was cool and he was like a Jake and he had a smile though, and like it was like this guy is like, man, you could tell this guy would get the ladies, the bitches back then, but he wasn't wrong upon the shit that he was saying and doing though, man, But they categorized him as a terror,
And that's what Jake usually tells the white man. He says, if you didn't have that badge,
right?
That's what gives him authority is the badge.
Yep, exactly. Take off that badge though. You ain't shit. You know what I mean? You ain't nothing though. Even in that movie, The End of Watch though, but the cop was Issachar, and he's like, oh yeah, you want to get down, bro? Well, let's get. You ever watch that movie?
I think so.
End of Watch though? Yeah, with
I think a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, it's an older movie now. Came out back in 2013, but it was Judah, which was he was a blood though. They went into his house though, and he's all man, because he was blood though, I think his name's Bones. He told it was the Issachar cop and the white cop, but he was mainly talking to the Issachar cop. He was like, man, without that badge, you ain't shit. And he goes, oh yeah, bro. He's like, I'll take this shit off, bro, and have a squabble with you. And they fought though and everything, they fought and everything though. But that's what I'm saying though. But these Edomite cops with the badge though, man, they ain't gonna take off their badge though just to squabble with you. Them niggas just rather shoot you though, He was a threat. Because without that sword though, that gun, Jake will fuck your ass up. Especially Tribe of Judah. Motherfucker will beat the fuck out of you, man. And see, that's the thing. We're a threat. Can you read that again?
Isaiah 19 and 17.
Yeah.
And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Yep.
everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid of himself, shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Habashim Shai host, which he hath determined against it.
Go out here preaching the word though, you know, going up against this devil, man. You know?
He's going to want to stop the street preaching, you know? They're trying to stop this street preaching.
Yeah. First, they're gonna try to stop. I believe, just speaking as man, they're gonna try to do the internet. You know, cut our videos, permanently delete our videos through the internet, and eventually they're gonna try to get off of the streets though, which is gonna happen, bro. And see, that's the thing. This is not so long though that we're gonna be out here though. You know?
They're trying to take away They're gonna try to take away the Bible, but
Canada?
they're destroying all the books.
Oh yeah, is it are you talking about the machine though that's shredding the books though and getting the data information though?
Yeah.
It's crazy though.
Collecting all the books and destroying them, and then now we're just gonna have AI.
AI is gonna tell you something. Yeah, because you're gonna look at AI as the dictionary though, or as a history fact. That's crazy though.
But some information, it's not gonna be just like the Apocrypha, you know.
Yeah, I believe they're gonna destroy that book though, man. You know, they're gonna stop making those books though. Watch, because man, that book, I mean, it's beautiful, of course, all around though, but that one has the history about the Northern Kingdom, man, the 10 tribes though. You know, and once this truth gets more light though, man, I believe that's the man though. You know, they're gonna destroy the Apocrypha first, man, because that tells us the 10 tribes though, the history of it though, the true history of the 10 tribes though, man.
They already tried to destroy the Apocrypha.
I mean, they took it out of the Bible.
Yeah.
You know?
It was a group of Edomites.
Yeah. See, because you gotta understand, the Bible was thick back then. You know, it was bigger though. Bigger back then.
But in that Apocrypha, it is their downfall too. That's why.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, huh? Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Because it's their downfall too, huh? Yeah. Can you keep reading?
Isaiah 19 and 18. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan,
which is the Hebrew. And we started learning the Hebrew here. I mean, we might not know it like that though, but at least we know words though, you know?
Yeah, we know the ancient Hebrew.
The name, prayer, in the Hebrew, which in the Apocrypha it tells you there, Book of Sirach though, the monologue, that the power in the tongue though, of course that
Yeah, and it says, will speak the language of Canaan and swear allegiance to Yahweh Shai of hosts.
See, coming into this fold, man.
The way we give allegiance is by calling on His real name. If we were still calling on Jesus, that wouldn't be allegiance to the Lord.
That'd be disrespectful. That's blasphemy. Profanity. That's profanity.
It's the opposite of allegiance. Like you know how you
allegiance to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance. But the way we're pledging is by the Hebrew, the commandments, the prophecies. That's the way we're pledging allegiance.
Yeah, so that's the thing, man. Why you're doing this though, in the land would speak Canaan, which Canaan they speak Hebrew though, So this future prophecy that's literally happening right now, Can you get the next
one? Isaiah 19 and 19. In that day shall there be an altar to Yahweh Shai in the midst of the land of Egypt.
And these altars represents these camps though, man. You can't tell me there's no camp. There's camps everywhere, bro. There's brothers everywhere though right now.
Yep.
There's probably a brother or two. They're probably alive right now.
Yeah. This is the altar right here.
This is the altar right here. Because praising the name, making our bodies living sacrifice though, right? It's like it's an altar though, right?
And the smoke or the
Incense
the,
that goes up.
the aroma,
Yeah.
the aroma is going up
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
You know.
Exactly though. So this is an altar right here. These camps though. You know, and it's happening now though. You know, and part of these altars is telling who you are though, saying that you're an Israelite though, man. You know. So
And it says in the midst of the land.
and I say lands, right? I say land.
Yeah, in the midst of the land.
Yep.
So that means you're gonna see us everywhere.
Yep.
All these camps.
Because there's brothers in different countries.
It's like if it was in the middle. You know, everybody could see in the middle.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like different brothers from different countries, though, they're seeing us in the midst of the land right now.
Yeah.
You know, and they may see us all our altars in America, but there's brothers from different countries that can see us though. You know, can see our altar. You know. Yes, 20 though. What is,
Okay. Isaiah 19 and 20. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto Yahweh Bashim of hosts in the land of Egypt.
Woo. Yep, and that's happening right now. You know, that's happening right now, though, man.
Yep.
You know, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, because a sign and a witness, because
Through us,
we're witnesses, you
Yep.
know.
through us, though, man. Using us, though, man. You know what I'm saying, though? Using us, though, man.
Yeah, because we seen it. We seen it. You know? We witnessed
Well,
it.
that's being a prophet, it's seers, right? It's
Yep.
seers, you know, to look.
Yeah.
You know.
We experienced it. You know, we experienced it.
And you gotta understand too, man. Through reincarnation, man, this ain't our first time being on the earth, man. We know prophets back then, though. You know, we just don't know which exact timelines were prophets, though, or men of the Lord, though. But we know back then we're probably doing the same thing. This is our lot right here. We were doing the same thing back then.
Yeah.
We're doing now.
Because whatever you were doing back then,
You're doing it right
you're
now.
doing it right now. If you were 2/3 back then, you're 2/3 now.
You're probably a crip right now. You know what I mean? You're probably a fucking a vice lord over there in Chicago or some shit. You're a nigga though. He's just a nigga, you know? You're probably boozy badass though.
However your life ended, that's how your life's gonna start. You know?
Oh yeah. Go on.
If you're a wicked, if you died when you were wicked, you're gonna be born wicked.
Yep.
You know?
And or the Most High is gonna judge you in a way that, hey, well, you did some wickedness in this life past though. Guess what? In this life, hey, you're gonna have a little penis on your forehead. Like, remember that video?
Damn, that's fucked up.
Shit. We baby with the fucking penis on his forehead though.
That's fucked up.
That's some crazy shit, bro. But hey, you can tell
The Lord's
that spirit in
terrible,
that.
man.
Yeah.
The Lord is terror.
Shit.
That's why you gotta fear Him and make sure you stay on the right path.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because you look at that baby, oh, poor baby. Well, guess what? That spirit of the baby was in a man that was probably doing some wicked shit. You know?
How else are you gonna get your judgment? You have
Exactly. Well, there's the story of the blind, born blind, right? Like I said, who did judge though? The parents
said, who did sin?
who did sin, yeah.
Why is he like that? You know.
Why was he born blind?
Yeah.
You
Well,
see?
It's not just coincidence. You know.
Yeah, they try to get all these medical reasons, like, well, it's because, you know, maybe you had too much of this when you were pregnant. No.
It runs in the genes.
Yeah, the medical information and shit, though. It got nothing to do with that, man. It got nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. You know? You know?
It's all about keeping the Lord's commandments.
Yeah, because like my uncle, right? My uncle, he has 3 kids though, and 2 of them have autistic. You know, they're autistic though. My uncle never was any autistic. My grandpa's not autistic. So how the fuck did that happen though? Right? You know what I'm saying though?
It's just the choices that you make.
Yeah.
You know, which the Lord, He makes the choices. You know. He really makes the choices for you, but
Yeah.
you know, that's why we always say, Lord willing.
Yeah.
You know, Lord willing, we go out to camp.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's
not our choice.
Yeah.
You don't want to make your own choices. You want the Lord to make the choices for you.
Yeah. Right, the right path within, so you could understand though. So
because we're just man, we make stupid choices.
Yeah. And it says our righteousness as our filthy rags though. We ain't fucking perfect. We know that. But at the same time, we're not gonna let our sins weigh us down though. You know what I'm saying though? Because whatever, that's a demon though that just attacking though. Like, man, I did this when I was, they just attacking. You know what I'm saying though? So it's like something that you ponder on, right? A problem that you ponder on, right? And it was like shit. Like for example, last month or like a couple weeks ago, my woman's van needed lower control arms. You know what I'm saying though? And altogether it was gonna be like $200, $300 though. So that van though that my woman has, her dad, which my father-in-law sold this to us though, right? That van. But what's it called though? She brought it up to her dad though, but her dad was like, "Oh, I got warranty on those parts though." So I was able to get them for free though, the new ones though, because they had warranty though. You see? So it's just things like that, man. You gotta be patient because you just never know, man. You know what I'm saying though? You just never know why you go through the things though, but you just have faith and believe though, man. I was worried, bro. I was like, fuck, I don't got like $200, $300. It's like I do have them though, but guess what? I was still able to save $200, $300 though. You know what I'm saying though? And just things like that. So you gotta have faith though. You know?
And before we came into the truth, we were doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Like if it was a situation like that, I would be like, fuck, man, I'll be mad all day because how am I gonna get $200, $300 though? Fuck, man. And I gotta pay this. I would still ponder on that though. You know? It's like it, yeah.
Yeah. Used to do stupid shit, commit adultery, eat pork.
Yeah. Fucking.
Call on Jesus.
Yeah. When at times of trouble, I know I did though. But shit, what happened though? I was like fucking like, shit,
Say, please, sweet Jesus.
Jesus, help me. Jesus, help me.
Yeah, but
Let's call them those names no more, man.
we woke up to the truth.
Yeah, man. And that's that, that adultery, man. That's a sin to death, man. So
we could be dead right now.
Yeah. Because I remember I was fucking messaging this fucking Jake woman, right? She was so-called black though, but I was messaging her. I live in Kalinga, she lived in Fresno, and I was messaging her, right? I didn't even know this bitch. I think she was pregnant, and she was like had a man with her, but she didn't throw it out there like that though. Like she was pregnant. I think she recently had a baby though, or she was like almost due. You know what I mean? And I didn't know she had a nigga living with her. Like I thought she wasn't like with that fool though. But they were literally sleeping on the same bed though. So I didn't find out till like later, until like I met her, and then she just started opening up more and shit though. And I'm like, what the fuck, like this bitch? But by that time she wasn't with that guy anymore though, and her baby was already like it was small though. So I'm like, this bitch will make time to come from Fresno all the way to Kalinga just to link up with you. I didn't know her status though. It was like that because I was like, damn bitch, like fucking pregnant and shit. And he had a nigga still sleep. And it wasn't even the daddy's baby. It was some other nigga though. You know what I'm saying though? So type of things like that is sending to death, man. So it was just like, man, you women are just this bitch. Through the time, this bitch like me and she didn't fucking love me though. But at the same time, it was in my spirit. It was like, I don't want this bitch to be. I wouldn't want to make a family with this bitch because this bitch was trying to have my baby though, She was trying to have my baby though, but something in my spirit just kept her like at a distance and shit. You know what I mean though? And I understand now why though. But these women are wicked, man. Bro, I had another woman though that she's from Kalinga. This other woman though that she started working at McDonald's though. Well, she was working at McDonald's though. But what happened with this bitch was she was getting into trouble back in middle school, so her ass got sent to Mexico because she was getting into so much shit over here in Kalinga. Years went by, she came back though, and I didn't even know, right? She was working at McDonald's in Coalinga, and I seen her, and one of my little friends though worked right there at McDonald's though. So eventually he gave my number to her. So anyways, I was texting this bitch though, right? And at that time, I mean, I wasn't with no, I had my family, nothing though, right? So I was, what you want to say, single, right? So could text whatever girl I could text though, you know. She got off work like at 1 in the morning though, and this bitch, you know, she was in a uniform. Bitch pulled up to my house. You know, I was gonna chop it up with talk to her, right? And then this bitch had her daughter though in the back, right? So I was like, oh, you got a daughter? She goes, oh yeah, it's because I don't got no babysitter though, so I gotta bring her around. This bitch literally took me to her house though. It was like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and I was looking at her, looking at her daughter. I was like, damn, why is she up? It's 3 in the fucking morning, right? And so anyway, she was like, it was already like 4 in the morning, right? And I was like, hey, you know, I'm getting kind of tired though. You can take me home. And she goes, oh yeah, it's my daughter, huh? She's being a cock blocker, huh? Whatever. So that already was like, a bitch, like, I don't, you know. So anyways, as we walked outside, I seen a blue car though. I was like, whose fucking blue car is that? So, trying to find out though, she was still with her nigga though. So this bitch was trying to make me pop her though, because she liked me from back then though. But the fact of the matter is that this bitch had a whole man though, a whole family though, you know? And I never popped her though, you know? Because when I find out she has a man, I was like, oh man, hell no. I'm cool off this bitch though, you know? But it's women like that, man. And the society that we live in, that, man, you just never know. So you just gotta be careful though, because you just fucking never know. You be talking to a bitch though, and she still lives with her man, and she's dealing with the man, but she tells you she don't got no man. And that's dangerous though. That's fucking dangerous, man.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. She was still living with her man. She was like, she was ready to leave him. So that made me try to step in, you know.
Right, yeah.
But, you know.
Something in your spirit probably told you nah, huh?
Yeah, but something in my spirit later on said, just leave her, you know.
Don't fuck with her no more. Don't even text her no more, huh?
Be like, I don't think we should be talking, you know.
Yeah. Which was right on your behalf, bro.
Yeah.
It was right.
Even though at the time I was like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. But then later on, I understood.
You understood, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Why'd you do that, though? Yeah.
It's for your own good.
Yep. It's for your own good, though. For your own good. And like I said, the woman, you know, I mean, like, good look, but at the same time, yeah, some women look good, but they're not for your own good, man. Some women are, they're not for your own good, man. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, that's just the way it is, man. Your bitch be looking good as fuck, though, but at the same time, hey, guess what? They're not for your own good, man.
So you want to get a young virgin is what you want.
Exactly, though, man. Because that way, perspective looking-wise, though, it's like, we're going to deal with a woman, though. Oh, she gotta have no bodies, man. You know what I'm saying, though? And she gotta have no bodies, though. Or she's, like, either younger or older, where she's like cool, you know what I mean though? But in reality, I go back to just them being younger though, man, and not having bodies though and type of shit, you know? Because that's all you though right there, you know?
If you get them young, then you'll teach them how you want them to be, you know?
And trust me though, you be the first one though, it's a special bond between you guys, even to the death though, man. You know, because they're the first though, you know? And that's just the way it is. But you get your woman though that you know have kids already or things like that. I'm not saying bad though like that though, but the way you know start a family though is with the woman that don't got kids though. You know what I mean though? And that's just reality though. And like I said, I'm not knocking any brother that you know has woman and she has kids with you know. But the thing is though is that in the kingdom it's not gonna be like that, man. You know what I mean? And that's what America has provided though. A bunch of baby mamas and a bunch of baby daddies, man. You know what I'm saying though? America has provided that, man. And it's always these fucking people right here, man. With the baby mamas and baby daddies and shit, man.
Bebe's kids.
That cartoon?
Yeah. Bebe's kids. She had a bunch of different looking, different colored.
Oh, shade of babies, huh? Yeah.
A white baby, a black baby.
Asian, no? Isn't there an Asian one?
I think Asian.
Yeah. Like in that movie, Menace to Society? Oh, Don't Be a Menace. What was her name? Fuck. She comes out in Scary Movie though. Scary Movie 1 and 2. I think her name Brenda. They call it Brenda in Scary Movie though. But Don't Be a Menace though, the funny one though, with the Wayans brothers. Yeah, I remember she had like a bunch of different nationality of kids though.
Yep.
That's real, man. That's fucking real. There's fucking women like that in the hoods though, near you, that are like that. You know. So that's everything on that.
No, hold on.
Okay, go.
Isaiah 19 and 20.
Oh yeah, there you go. That was the last one.
And it shall be a sign and for a witness unto Yahweh Shai of hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto Yahweh Shai because of the oppressors. And he shall send them a Savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. Woo.
Shy. You know? Yeah, how shy. We need saving though. This society though, fuck yeah, we need saving, man. You know, we're vexed though. Conversations, you know, like how the filthy conversations, like we're like Lot, man, just Lot, because we're vexed though by the filthy conversations though, man. Well, the shit that we see, man, you know. So the only way out of here is salvation, though. In reality, you know. If you really think about it though, because how are you gonna still try to? Nah, man, like. Can't picture my kids growing up here, man, being 21 or 23, and this society's still going though. It's a wicked ass society though, and I could speak on that because I grew up right here, man. I know what it was being 20 years old, 21 years old. I was 23 doing this, you know, I shared the story about those two women. I was 23 doing that shit, man. You know what I mean? I don't want my son being doing that shit though, man. You know, but it's hard though, man, because we live in this society though. Fuck, man. Sucks. But this will be the last one, bro. Can you get Ezekiel chapter 37? Go start at verse 6. Yeah, so that's why, like I said, you know, me and this brother speaking on before we came into the truth, though, we're of the world, man. We didn't know no better, you know. We didn't know no better, though. We just knew shit of the world, man. And we just knew about shit that was, you know what I mean? That's a demon, right? you hear him? There's a demon jumped on that dude. Is that the same one that we give money to? West? Yeah. See, usually he's cool, man.
Yeah. He's on one today.
He's on one though. Yeah, he's on. The demon got him on hold.
Good, man.
He had a white shirt though. Now he came with his button-up shirt. You see?
Walking hella fast and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get that one.
It's Ezekiel 37 and 6. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with sin, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, and being brought back to the remembrance is knowing who you are. You know? It is truth though, you know? Follow the statute and commandments to your best of your ability though. You know, and that's part of the, you know, bringing the skin back into the flesh, man. Spiritually knowing who you are, though. You know, because that's part of it. Yes, there's a lot to it when we bring out the truth, though, the word, though. You know, but big part of it is knowing. Well, because when you come to the truth, though, you know who you are, though. You know, because I know when I brought, you know, to the truth, though, I was like, oh, I'm an Israelite. You know, this devil, this white devil, is Edom. He's my enemy. You know what I'm saying? Calling in the names, though. That's part of it, man. Getting the skin covered, man.
Yeah, because before you come into this truth, you're really dead. You know, because the scripture says, he that wandereth, forgot how, somehow, he that wandereth out of understanding is of the congregation of the dead.
Oh, yeah, in Proverbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could bring it up.
He that don't have understanding or something like that.
Yeah. I got it.
But when you come into the truth, then that's when you start really living. You start putting the flesh on.
Yeah. And part of that flesh is, like I said, coming back to your remembrance, knowing who your enemy is, the names, all that, man.
You start breathing. Because the lungs are the main reason why you're alive. If you aren't breathing, you'd be dead.
Uh, I got it right here. Proverbs 21:16 it says, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So if you don't understand what we're talking about, you're really dead.
you're part of the congregation though, the dead,
Yeah.
which I brought out Revelation 11:8. That's spiritually, what did it say? Those in the city is spiritually dead.
Yeah.
Though the dead bodies though,
Spiritually dead.
you know, from the neck up.
You might feel like you're living, but
That's not really living though.
yeah.
That's why they call the Bible the book of life, because it literally gives you the instructions there.
Tupac has a song, "This Ain't Living."
Oh yeah, he does though. Yeah, that's a hard ass song
Yeah.
too. That's a hard ass song. He speaks some real shit on it, man. This ain't living.
This ain't living.
Yeah, yeah.
You might be, getting this, getting that, getting money, but it's really not living
That's not
according to the Lord.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, you can just get to the next one. And that's it.
Ezekiel 37:7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone.
So that's you coming back to hey, who you are. You know?
The bones are connecting back together.
Yep.
Because when you break a bone, it hurts, right?
Yep.
You
It
break
definitely
your
hurts.
bone, but the bones could be connected back together.
Yep.
Yeah,
through time.
Yeah, through time it
Through time.
heals.
It heals. Yeah. It's the same thing too. Like we give when you come into truth, we give you the milk part. We give you the milk part because to ease yourself all the way to the meat parts. Because we can't. We could though, but we don't though. Give you the meat though because it'll be too much though. So we start off with the milk parts, which the milk part is knowing who you are. That's the topic of the milk part, man.
All the camps were bones that are connecting together.
Oh yeah.
Because it's Yahushai's body.
Yep.
We make Yahushai's body. By coming out here, we're putting his bones back together.
Yeah. The cornerstone, the chief cornerstone.
Yeah.
Because without him, if there's no cornerstone, those rocks just fall. So that cornerstone is really, really important though, because that's what houses everything up together.
And once his body's back together, then that's when he's coming.
Yeah. And that goes to the elect being sealed though. When the elect is sealed, Yahushua is coming though.
It's like Voltron.
Oh yeah. The Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, Voltron. When they connect together, that's when he's most powerful.
Yeah. Even in the show, the Power Rangers, they got their animals though, when they turn into this big robot though, and they fight against, Yeah. The Power Rangers though, yeah. That's Jake though, man. When I watched that as a kid though, I was a little kid though, man, watching the Power Rangers though. But if you really think about it, the Power Rangers are Jake, man, because they got powers and shit. Power Rangers, they got powers and shit. But you know what I mean? I'll probably make a video about that. They get together. Each one of them knows how to fight though, and have like a power though. Like a power. But especially when they get into the suit though, you know what I mean? So because they know karate though, but when they get into the suit though, that's when their power comes though, and they get shot and everything. They know how to fight though and everything. But once they got and it's spiritual because each of them have an animal. Each one of them has, and I'm talking about the first Power Rangers back in the '90s, not these other ones that came about. I'm talking about the first Power Rangers though. You know what I'm saying? That came out in the '90s when I was a toddler though. Each one of them had an animal. I believe the red one was a T-Rex. The blue one, what was the blue one? I think it was like a bird or something though. And there was and then the black one was like a mammoth. So each one of them had a animal. But then when they get together, they to get together, boom, they'll fight them. So so that's your Yahweh Shai, man. Is everything?
Yep. Ezekiel 37:8. And when And I behold, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. But 2/3, you know,
Yeah.
2/3 might be are not going to have no breath in them.
Yeah. Look at these other Israelite camps, bro. They know the Israelites though, but they don't got the truth though. You know what I'm saying though? Like IUIC, you know, it's a bunch of them too though. It's a bunch of them though. You know, they don't got the real breath though. They're breathing some polluted as air. You know, taking on the name Christ. You know what I'm saying though?
I believe if you got a disease of the lungs,
like ammonia or something.
It's ammonia.
Ammonia, yeah.
You know.
So what it is like, what to do? Too much water, you know? I think it's too much water in your lungs or something though. Ammonia. I think you have water in your, you be having water in your lungs. I believe though. Yeah, I think it's like water in your lungs though. It's horrible. Having water in your lungs when it's supposed to be air.
Yeah.
See.
It makes it hard to breathe.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why people get hospitalized though, and yeah, man, we got water in your lungs though, man. That's bad though, man. That's fucking bad. And a lot of that goes to that's what happens with a lot of people that have kidney failure though. You know what I mean? The water goes into their lungs though, you know? Or sometimes the water could go into their heart. But a lot of them, when that happens, when they start getting like water in their lungs though, this gets going based on kidney failure though. And eventually, if they don't get it taken care of, they get all puffed from their body though. You know what I mean though? So that's one of the first signs though when your kidney's going out, man. Like I believe it's one of the first signs though that you start getting water in your lungs and shit. And that's why a lot of them end up in the hospital and finding out that they gotta get dialysis though. And that's how a majority of the people that end up going to dialysis find out though, because it goes to them getting swollen up though, and the feet though is swollen up, and they end up in the hospital and shit. And then that's when they find out, well, the reason why is because you know kidney failure. You know.
I remember when my kidney was hurting, your back be hurting, and then it's kind of hard to breathe too, because your lungs are in the back.
Oh yeah, because your back starts hurting though.
Yeah, your lungs are all. It runs from your back all the way up to your chest.
So imagine feeling all that, yeah? You're probably in pain though.
It feels like spasms. You
know? Muscle spasms though?
Yeah.
Yeah, like ooh, yeah.
The Lord will, the Wadi Haba Shem Shai, that shit went away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then the teas keep, you know, you drink them, you know, too, so they can help you with that, bro. You know what I'm saying though? It don't have to be every day drinking them, but hey, once a week at least though, bro, make yourself a good time before you go to sleep, man, and try to help you out, man. Because I started drinking that and I was with asthma though, but that shit hasn't even hit me though, bro. Like I got asthma though, you know, but all that shit, it's asthma when something triggers it, it becomes asthma and then I'm not able to breathe though, you know. But also I had allergies too though, you know, like dust and shit, the polvo, you know, the dust triggers my allergies and thinking I was asthma. But I haven't been using the inhaler, the emergency inhaler. I haven't been using that shit though, man. So I know asthma becomes asthma when something triggers it though, you know? So, you know, the water Yahweh Shemal Shai too, because there was times in my life though where that shit was horrible, you know? Shit, I couldn't go to sleep at night, you know? So what I believe too is I needed a cleansing in my lungs, man. You know what I'm saying though? I needed a cleansing in my lungs though, man. You know? And that happened though, through the teas though, man, and helped me out, bro. Because when I get we're not sharing no medical information though, you know, fair use, by the way. You know how this devil gets down. But when the allergies act up though, fucking some cinnamon, bro, some little cinnamon sticks though, with the lemongrass tea, and some honey, bro. Ooh, that shit fucking helps me though, man. Because if it wasn't for that tea though, bro, like fucking my nasal and my throat get dry. Gets horrible, you know? Talking about fucking horrible, man. Gets dry though. So once, you know, drinking that tea though, man, in 2-3 days though, bro, it goes away, you know? I just gotta drink it every day, that tea. And it helps though, man. See, so, and first and foremost too, in believing though, you know what I mean? That will help you though. Because me and this brother got an infirmity right now too, but But hey, it's throughout the spirit though, man, that hopefully it can go away, man. Because you know, me, these brothers don't want to get cut. You know, I don't want to get cut, bro. You know. But I've been in pain where my infirmity has hurt. Like, I'll be in pain right now, bro. If I should be hurting from the back right here and right here. Whew. I remember times we were out here and more, my pain be, oh, it hurt right here, my back. I'd be like, damn, that shit hurt, bro. It hurts. It does. But changing the diet and the teeth have helped me, though, man. So, Lord will, it goes down, man. Because right now it's swollen, though. But Lord will, it goes down, man, you know? So we got again.
This will be the last one then. Ezekiel 37 and 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. That's the elect,
Yeah.
right there. And we're all standing on our feet right now. You know?
Yeah.
That's why when we come out to camp, you got to stand on your feet. You can't be sitting down.
Oh, like that fucking Jake.
Not in church, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. In church, they can make it comfortable, man. Right? Oh, get comfortable. Yeah, bring everybody. Yeah, we got air conditioning going on.
Yeah. That's another reason why, you know, we couldn't be in this truth. We could be like, I'm gonna go to the church, you know.
To get some, you know, AC and you know, V
and the food.
And the food, yeah, at the end though.
You know?
Shit. Come on now, you know.
But we could see that that's all. That's not the real way to worship the Lord.
Exactly, though. Because he said that there'll be altars and, you know, it's these camps, though. You know, does it don't dwell in temples, though, man. Come on, man. The truth is gonna be the truth, though, man. That's why Apostle Tahar said when he first went into the school. I think he said like it was a pillar or something, pillar that was looked like it was really holding up the ceiling or something, though. And he's like, this has to be the truth here, because like the way it looked for him though, like he probably felt it through his spirit too. Oh, this got to be the truth right here. The truth is here. You know, that's what he said though. You know, it wasn't no fancy mega church though. You know, so that's the thing about it though, man. David's what do they call it? The tabernacle of David's are being built right now, man. You know what I'm saying though?
You can't enter into the kingdom without giving a good try, you know.
Oh, that's a man. Damn, I was just let me get it right now, bro.
You can't enter into the kingdom, you know, without going through tribulation, or I forgot how it says it.
Acts 14 and 22. Let me. I think it's the one you're talking about, bro. Let me get it real quick. Because that's a spirit though. Because I want to make a lesson on that though.
Through much tribulation, come the kingdom, something like that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same one though, bro. But I got one right here. Watch. Acts 14 and 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of God. That's the one? Oh, okay, yeah. Who the fuck said it was gonna be easy?
Yeah. You can't enter the kingdom without working hard.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta work for it, man. Yeah. And it says exhorting them to continue in faith. You know, like we're talking about Mike Allo though with his videos though, man. His channel name, Inspiration and Motivation though. That's exhorting. That was exhorting to me, or still is though. You know, exhorting though. They get up and want to do something though. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that we're doing that through these videos and coming out to camp though, man. You know? Who said it was gonna be easy to enter the kingdom of God though, man? These Christians tell you that though. All you gotta do is pray on Jesus though, and you're good.
That's why I say if you're rich, you can't enter into the kingdom.
Oh, one thing too I want to say about that, the parable of the rich man is, I think I was with you and Limor though when that guy came in a bike though. He's like, yeah, I'm the rich man, and he just rode his bike away though, like because he thought that he could enter the kingdom though by giving away his possessions though, right? And he's like, guess what? Hey, and he believes that he really has a key to the kingdom though, but in reality is, hey bro, because he looked like an Edomite. If he was an Edomite, guess what, bro? You're gonna be a slave in the kingdom. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? You have a lot of possessions, like, oh, here, have all my possessions though, so I could have a key to the kingdom of heaven though. Doesn't work out like that, man. So that guy was off though by saying that though, because he said that he gave his riches away though. He's like, I'm the rich man, and then he rode his fucking bike away.
But then he said, after you give your riches away, then follow me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when you follow?
Yeah.
Do what we're doing.
He just went right back into the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly though. Hey, wasn't well Yahweh Shai say he became poor? He was rich, but he became poor, right? And he was doing definitely doing the ministry.
And he said, for our sakes.
Exactly.
He became poor for our sakes.
What is that guy doing that was riding his bike though?
Who's he becoming poor for?
Yeah, exactly. Who did he become poor for? Who is he exhorting for though? Because what it looked like for me though was that nigga was just living his life, whatever, and just riding his bike for his benefit though. You know? You give your possessions away though, and you just made that beneficial for yourself though, thinking you're gonna get a key in the kingdom of heaven. No, nigga, it don't work like that. You know? So if I give my car to somebody, I got a key though. You know? I got a key though. Doesn't work like that. I gotta work for it.
We're already poor, you know.
Yeah.
The Israelites are poor already.
Yeah, we're poor though. And I like it that way though. Puts character and makes you appreciate things though, man. You know? Shit, it makes me appreciate the little things that, you know? I don't want to be a rich man. You know? I don't want to be fucking rich though. I don't know. I'm cool off that shit, man. You know what I'm saying though?
If we were rich, we wouldn't be out here.
Nope. Chasing that money and shit, man. And if you have money, you're gonna think of a way to make more money though. You know what I mean?
Because when you're rich, you're gonna have a lot of friends.
Exact fake friends. Reality.
Yep, fake friends.
Fake friends. You know? The only one that was probably tell you the truth though is probably be your parents and shit, or your loved ones around you. But the rest of the people that want to do your wickedness with them though, they're just fake friends though, you know? See? So, like I said after the scripture, through much tribulation, you're gonna go through some things, man. This ain't easy though. The brother got off work though. I did a 12-hour shift yesterday. It's not easy though. But hey, we do it because we, you know, we fear the Most High, man.
Because we pledge allegiance.
Yeah, the true pledge allegiance, not to the flag of America. We want that motherfucker to burn and, you know.
We pledge allegiance to the flag of Yahushua. You know?
Which goes to the banner, raise up the banner.
Oh, yeah,
Yep, it's the Bible, raise up the banner, you know. Yeah, man. You got anything else? So with that, you know, hopefully it was edifying. We want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. So with that, we want to say shalom.